Hello friends, in this DIY tutorial I'll show you step by step how easy it is to install a product that upgrades your Audi's OEM multimedia system by adding Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and even screen mirroring without losing any of the original factory functions and without installing low quality Android tablets that don't integrate properly into the original dashboard. The most interesting part is that this module is plug and play and the installation takes no more than 30 minutes if you follow the steps in this tutorial. Let's get started. To order such a module, all you need to do is use the link in the description of this video to go to the official CarABC website, go to CarPlay modules, and you can either manually choose the desired module or browse by brand. So I'll search for Audi, and here we have the dedicated Audi module. Then you select the Audi model on which you want to install the module. To make sure you choose the correct one, take a photo like the one shown in the image and send it to the CarABC team, and they will tell you which model is compatible. For the Audi A4 in this video I will need this module, so I'll add it to the cart. And at checkout you can benefit from a great 15% discount using my discount code TDW15. This discount code is only valid for the first 20 orders. Let me quickly show you what's included in the box. First of all, you get an extremely useful instruction manual. While you take a quick look through these pages, I want to clarify a few very important points because many people ask me why I don't prefer an Android media unit instead of a CarPlay module. Well, from a technical point of view, most Android media units in the same price range use very weak processors and run quite slowly, while this CarPlay module is powered by a dedicated multimedia processor and runs on a Linux-based operating system, which is much faster and more stable than Android. The CarPlay module supports the original factory microphone, providing clear calls and accurate voice commands, while most Android media units don't support it and rely on very poor external microphones that make phone conversations almost impossible. Unlike Android media units with poor radio reception, this CarPlay module keeps the original factory radio, ensuring strong and reliable signal quality. In practice, this module simply adds an extra menu that gives you access to Apple CarPlay, Android Auto and screen mirroring without the connectivity issues commonly found on Android units. And leaving the technical advantages aside, many Android media units don't offer an OEM look at all, and for me, keeping the original interior design of the car is extremely important. There's no need to go through the entire manual because all the steps required for the installation are illustrated later in the video. Then we have the main wiring harness with two large connectors called quad lock. I know it may look like a lot of wires, but as I mentioned, everything is plug and play and there is nothing you can do wrong. This is the wiring harness called the CAN gateway cable. It allows you to use the joystick and other controls to navigate through the module's menu. Here we have a USB port in case you want to use wire CarPlay together with a jack port for an external microphone. It won't be necessary because the module will use the car's original microphone. We have these LVDS cables used to carry high quality video. Here's the Wi-Fi antenna. And here we have, of course, the module, which is a rectangular metal box with multiple sockets for different connectors on the smaller sides, and on the larger sides we have multiple ventilation grills. That was the content of the package. Now let me show you how easy it is to install the CarABC module. First, you'll need two media unit removal keys. They are extremely cheap, you can find them at any auto parts store or online. These are inserted with the flat side facing outward. Push them in until you hear a click. Then pull the media unit out. On the back, you first need to remove this quad lock connector. You can use your hand directly, but I prefer using a flat screwdriver to push on that lower clip and lift this lever until the connector comes out halfway. Then pull it until it comes out completely. Now we need to remove this LVDS connector, which is pink in color. Yours might be a different color. Just press this clip and pull it out. Again, I like to use a screwdriver to create leverage and pry it out. You can also wiggle it until it comes out, but it takes longer. The climate control panel comes out very easily, either pull it out by hand from the top or use a trim removal tool if it's stuck. What we are interested in here is this connector, where we will connect the gateway cable. I take the screwdriver again and remove this red safety clip. Then I press this black clip and pull the connector out. Again, you can wiggle it or use the screwdriver to pry it out. Now everything is very simple. I will take all the contents out of the box. I take the module and connect the LVDS cable. Then the power connector, the CAN connector, and the Wi-Fi antenna connector. Now I take the gateway wiring harness and connect these two connectors. The only connector left is this one with the USB port in case you want to use wired CarPlay. We won't connect anything to the microphone jack port because it is only for cars without an OEM microphone. I will set the dip switch settings later after powering on the module because I'm not sure about the display resolution. The configurations can be found both on the module housing and in the instructions manual. Now I take the main harness and connect the original quad lock of the media unit to the matching connector. When you connect them, make sure the lever is lifted, then lower it to secure the connection. Raise the lever on the other connector and insert it in place of the original quad lock. I then connect the pink original LVDS connector to the matching aftermarket one. And the last LVDS connector is connected in place of the original one. The same applies to the connectors on the gateway harness. I connect the original connector to the matching one on the gateway harness and insert the safety locking tab. The other connector goes into the climate control console, and I'm done making the required connections. I will route the Wi-Fi antenna and the USB port to the upper right rear side of the media unit's housing, where there is an opening that leads to a free space next to the glove box. If you want to route the USB cable down to the passenger footwell, I have another tutorial linked in the description showing how to remove the glove box. Since we have wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, I don't really see the point of doing that. I press and hold the return button to activate the modules menu, and it's obvious that I need to switch the configuration of the dials on the dip switch. I found the correct setting, this is it. We have switches 1 and 7 set to on. Now all that's left is to place the module and the cables behind the climate control console. To remove the keys from the media unit, press these metal clips on the side and pull the keys firmly. I push the media unit back in, then the climate control console, and I'm done. Let's first pair an Android phone. I turn on Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and location for navigation apps. For pairing, we have the instructions for connecting Android Auto. We need to connect to the Bluetooth device with this indicated name. I found the indicated Bluetooth device and now I paired the phone. Everything was super simple. From now on, there's no need to go through these steps again. Just enable Bluetooth on your phone, and when you turn the ignition on, the connection is made automatically.
While you and me repeat, this bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire.
Make a U-turn. Then turn right on Street New Faralui.
Hey Google, drive to Bucharest.
Okay, Bucharest. Let's go. By the way, if you want to listen to the news while you drive, just say, "Hey Google, play the news." Cancel.
Drive to Bucharest.
Got it, Bucharest. Let's go. Make a U-turn. Then turn right on Street New Faralui.
Everything runs smoothly and extremely fast. Now I'll go back to the main menu and start screen mirroring. For mirroring from an Android phone, you need the AutoLink app.
Looks up and down from across the room. Damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you.
The app identified the module very quickly. We tap on it, and the connection was almost instant. Don't forget to press the subscribe, like and comment buttons if this tutorial was helpful. Creating such a video requires a lot of work and you can reward it with just a few taps. I have many such tutorials for other automotive products, but also beginner-friendly mechanical tutorials, because our motto is the DIY workshop saves money. Friends, in today's episode I'm going to show you how to upgrade your media unit and add Android Auto, CarPlay, or even screen mirroring to the original Sync 2 on a 2014 Ford Focus. This upgrade lets you use your favorite navigation app and your preferred music apps while still keeping the original Sync 2 menu and all of its factory functions fully intact. The same with the air vents can be quite sharp. Hello friends, pouring on the cap. Clean the cap thoroughly with brake cleaner hose to the cabin filter housing cover. Pairing an iPhone works exactly the same way. To use CarPlay, you first need to enable and configure Siri. We start by removing the engine oil filler cap while install the new O-ring and lubricate it with a bit of fresh oil so it doesn't tear. Alright friends, that was the installation tutorial. After installing and testing many such models, I can say that this module offers excellent value for money. It is very fast and the Wi-Fi connection is stable. The installation is child play and I love the fact that it keeps all the original functions of the car, steering wheel controls, central console controls, the original microphone, and even voice commands. Don't forget that if you use the discount code TDW15, you also get a solid 15% discount. If this tutorial was helpful, don't forget to tap those magic buttons that help channels grow, like, comment, hype or subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Until next time, I wish you all the best. Bye bye.